Hello there, how you doing? Today I'm reacting to a video by DW News, the German public broadcast service. This is gonna be super weird but interesting. Poland's micro apartments, a life of luxury in 18 square meters. That's what the title asks you, but I don't know. I don't know how luxury and 18-meter space might fit in the same sentence. So yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. I promise you, it's gonna be really weird. 18 meters square. I don't think I could ever live like that. I mean, that's pretty much the size of a hotel room, no? So you basically live in a hotel room. I don't know. This is so weird. So yeah, let's just check it out and then we're gonna discuss it.
The future of living has come to Warsaw. 15 floors, 3,000 apartments, most of them tiny and narrow hallways, but some Poles are making palaces of them.
Hello and welcome to my micro apartment in Warsaw.
Oh! Bro, he even has a bust in his tiny apartment. What the hell?
First, you come into the entrance foyer, which doubles as a living space. Then the kitchenette with everything I need.
It looks like Louis XIV, but we're in the home of Artur I. The clearest difference to Versailles is that Artur resides in just 18 square meters. But he too attaches great importance to pomp and splendor.
Every centimeter counts. The bathroom has sliding doors, which make the usable space larger. And on top of that, much more glamorous.
There are videos of even smaller apartments on the web, as if they're trying to break the record for the smallest. Minimalist living is the current real estate hype in the Polish metropolis.
Really? Would you really consider that minimalistic? Oh my god. I don't think I would consider that minimalist living. Oh my god, that is way too small. That is way too small.
Apartment towers as close as possible to the city center, popularly known as Little Hong Kong or Chinatown. Tomasz Olszewski is an architect at a Warsaw University and sees minimalism as the way of the future.
When you consider how much you actually need to survive, to sleep, you may come to conclusion that you don't have to have a huge apartment.
Artur Sagajewski would agree.
Okay, I agree. You don't have to have a huge apartment, but you should at least have like 45 to 50 meters square. That is already very small. But 18? What?
The botanist has traveled extensively, and now his mini apartment is home.
An apartment like this is quite enough for me. I've always been something of a recluse, so it's enough for me to retreat to this enclave of peace and calm.
Along with a few hundred neighbors in the residential tower. How are they faring here? We want to ask them, trying at dozens of apartment doors on almost all floors. But no one wants to talk to us on camera. No wonder, because there's a major catch with the micro apartments. They're illegal.
Oh!
An apartment must be at least 25 square meters in size.
Adrian Wazowski knows what he's talking about. He's a credit advisor in Warsaw's banking district. Micro apartments are booming, even though the apartments are much smaller than is allowed. And that's the trick.
When developers build space below that minimum area, they're not counted as apartments, but as commercial spaces, service units.
They're attractive for investors who buy the properties and rent them out by the thousands. In the elevator, they're officially listed as offices, allowing them to bypass building regulations. It supports the trend for apartments being rented cheaply and short term. That's still the exception for Poland, where almost 90% of people own their homes.
You don't have to have it.
What?
People own their homes.
Wait.
That's still the exception for Poland, where almost 90% of people own their homes.
Wait, what? No, I don't believe that. Is it actually true? Wait. What is the percentage of Polish people in Poland own their home? Ah, 90% seems way too much. Let me ask ChatGPT. I read somewhere that Romania is the country where people own most of their home. Oh yeah, 87.3% of people in Poland own their homes. Wow. Wow, this is so interesting. I knew about Romania, I didn't know about Poland. Wow, this is super cool. I mean, wow, I would really love to own a home since I'm living here, paying rent.
You don't have to have it on your own. You don't have to have it for your life. You can rent it. You can have it here, and the next year you can have it elsewhere. You can be today in Warsaw, tomorrow in Munich, and 2 years from now you can be in Hong Kong or Dubai.
Our tour the first has settled into his mini Versailles for the long term. He's not planning to move out of his 18 square meters anytime soon.
Yeah, but where is the bed? Where is he sleeping? On the couch?
I haven't had a housewarming party here yet because it's not all finished. But I'll invite friends and have a nice evening.
We haven't spotted a bed though, and he doesn't want to show it to us.
Oh!
Well, it's a bit messy. It's a classic sofa bed, so I fold it out and sleep here.
Oh, okay.
But first, every evening he takes in the view from his micro apartment over the booming city of Warsaw.
I don't know. I feel like those are great. I don't know. I feel like those are great as offices, but to live in such a small place, oh my god, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on this. I wouldn't really know. I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to live in one of those. I remember once I went when I wanted to live on my own the first time. I moved to a place that was like, I don't know, maybe 45 meters square. I was going crazy. It was way too small. It basically had the living room, had also the couch bed, a little toilet, super tiny, and the kitchen wasn't too small. But yeah, I couldn't. It was very cheap though, but I couldn't. I was going crazy. I was going totally crazy. I need at least 2 rooms. 2 rooms, that's the minimum. Like 60 to 70 meters square, that is the minimum for me. That's the minimalistic apartment for me, definitely. Less than that is just not worth it. But that's just my opinion, of course. There will be people that wants like a mansion to live on, or at least 120 meters square, 150. Other people that are content with 20 meters square, 40 meters square, 50 meters square. That's great. I mean, we're not all the same, so it's fine. But to me, no, this wouldn't work. But I would really love like a little apartment like that to use as an office, especially to make my YouTube videos. That would be just great. One day, maybe one day. So yeah, thank you so much for this recommendation. I hope you did enjoy this reaction video. I'm really curious to know your thoughts on this type of micro apartments that are going viral, looks like it, in Warsaw, Poland. I'm really curious about your thoughts. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, take care. See you soon.